Here's Peter Gillan, microphone to the mouth. I think it's going to be Gillan time any second now. The crowd is building up. Here's Peter. Come this afternoon, the official Stuart Atwell, his assistants Mr. West and Mr. Waters, leading the two teams out. Brentford playing with a blue top today, white shorts and blue socks. Millwall playing in yellow tops, black shorts and yellow socks. So a different change of colours. Lots of Brentford fans are come here today in this third strip, which has been available in the shops and been very popular as well. But it's all set up for a great afternoon entertainment. It's sold out behind the Ealing Road end. Not too many tickets elsewhere. It's packed in the Brook Road end for the Millwall fans as well. They will want to come and make sure they take the points here in their last ever visit to Griffin Park. It's all set up for a terrific game this afternoon, and I'm delighted to say, if you're just joining us, we've got Lord Louis Melville with us today and Marcus Gale as always as well. So great to have you guys here this afternoon. We're looking forward to a good Brentford performance here, and Marcus is just quizzically looking out there at the moment. They're setting up some cones for some last-minute training. Do you do this in the last couple of minutes before kick-off?
You do normally do it on the side of the pitch, where it's less likely to affect the game and all that. So I'm just worrying is that a bit of a tactical thing?
Try and dig the pitch up a little bit.
Yeah, well, affect the game in the middle of the
we know your thoughts on Millwall from commentaries of the past. With your famous, they like to leave a bit in there at times.
I never said that, did I?
Oh, it must have been someone who looked like you, Marcus.
I got a twin.
Brentford are out there in their third kit, which I must admit is stunning to look at, Louis. It's although it's this blue, from a distance it can look almost purple, doesn't it? And with the gold lettering on the back, it's unique and it's very attractive. Will it work this afternoon? Well, let's hope so. For one game only this afternoon, it's Come On You Blues. Many of the fans around the ground in their replica kits, others in their traditional red and white.
It looked a bit like a dream team back in the day.
Yes, I remember it.
Manchester United.
Yeah. You didn't apply for that job, did you, Marcus?
No, I got ignored by Andy Answer for that. So.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Well, we just played a real thing.
Pontus Jansson over there with the captain of Millwall, Sean Hutchinson. And they will be here to try and make a point for the management high up at Millwall to give the job to Adam Barrett. It's a big afternoon for Adam Barrett, Louis.
Well, yeah, but hopefully we can spoil that for him, Mark. Yeah, I think it's going to take a few minutes to get used to Brentford playing in blue at home here, Mark. I think it's an odd one at the moment, isn't it, with Brentford in their blue and Millwall in their yellow.
Yes,
but it is a stunning kit.
It is a stunning looking kit. It really does look
and the gold
fantastic.
Makes it really sets it off.
Yeah, it does. Do you like it, Marcus?
Yeah, I do really like that. Good combination. It's very classy.
Well, we're just seeing the last of the photographs from Mark Fuller and co out there. Mike Sullivan's given the thumbs up to all the sponsors out on the pitch, who are making their way off now. And the referees are ready for the toss of the coin, which makes its way up in the air. Stuart Atwell looks at Pontus Jansson. They've decided which way they're going to kick, and I would imagine we are staying the same way. So Brentford will be kicking towards the Millwall fans in the first half. Both teams in a huddle. Stuart Atwell final handshakes with his two assistants. I think we described that as Cerise, the tops of referees in today. Louis, you're a man of culture.
Yeah, we'll go. I think the other official on the far side may disappear with that colour background.
It's a very, very colourful Griffin Park this afternoon, that is for sure. And here we are, set to go. With Brentford playing in blue this afternoon. And we're underway. And here's Ferguson on this left-hand side, and it's back to Murray Wallace, played for by the Bracknell lad Jake Cooper. And here's Corellis, strong, holds it up well. Nice little touch to Jensen, but it's nicked off him by Ferguson. Here's Murray Wallace, fizzes the ball forward. Good challenge by Norgard, and the ball didn't quite all go over the line, so Pontechianza will mop up at the back. Strong pass back there to David Raya, but good footballer he is, plays it out looking for Rico Henry, but it was a little too far advanced for him, and it was easy for the young Irishman Malumbi to pick up, who's been impressive this season. Rico Henry looking to win the ball back, and it's a throw for Brentford on the far side. One thing that you might not have seen this season, Louis, is the good crowds. You know, there's hardly a space left in the stadium today.
No, it's great to see, Mark, because I think, you know, if we're serious about filling the new stadium, we need to fill this one.
Yes, yeah. Good point there, Marcus.
Yeah, it's a valid point. You know, we need sell-out crowds there week in, week out until it's no longer our home ground.
18 games to go is the sign over by the tunnel behind the corner flag. Yeah, it's Millwall inside their own half, playing it forward, looking for Bradshaw up front. Pontechianza is there first. A little nudge there by Rico Henry, and it's a fair one. It takes a double deflection. It does actually come off Rico Henry last. Good skills by Jed Wallace, the former Portsmouth man on the far side. There's Marlon Romeo to take the throw right on the halfway line. Jean-Vay is there first. Jensen just helps it on. He was looking for Makocha, a foot high there, which Stuart Atwell has seen, and Brentford will get a free kick. There's quite a subdued atmosphere around the ground today. We've got the numbers here, Marcus, but it's all a little bit flat and quiet at the moment.
I think that's just the weather of late. Made people a little bit quieter. But this game will get the boys going and the ladies out there in the crowd.
Well, let's hope so. Here is Dalsgaard. Brentford playing this 4-3-3 today. Obviously, the long-term injury to Sergi Canos reduces our options of playing with a different system. Here is Matthias Jensen. Chips the ball down the right-hand side. There's Ollie Watkins starting on the right this afternoon. Then goes down to the byline, crosses it with pace. Nearly came to Corellis. Good clearance there by Millwall at the back. And now it's up with Bradshaw. Bradshaw is taken down, but fairly so according to the referee. And eventually it's out for a Millwall throw deep inside their own half. Good cross there by Ollie Watkins at pace. It wasn't far off. Corellis trying a spectacular goal.
Yeah, he was in the right position. Just had a deflection that took it away from him, but he's in the right time, right space.
And a bit of a warning sign there for Millwall as well. Murray Wallace really caught out with the pace of Ollie Watkins.
Absolutely. Well, they will be switching wings this afternoon, no doubt.
No disrespect to Murray Wallace back there, but he looks more like a centre half in his body shape and that. And I don't think that's going to last against Ollie in those wide areas.
So already seeing areas where Brentford may have targeted opportunities this afternoon. Murray Wallace does well there. Makocha wins the second ball in the midfield, and Christian Norgard helps it quickly onto Rico Henry, who's charging forward up towards the edge of the penalty. Chips it into the box, and it's headed away by Murray Wallace. Lovely cushion pass by Norgard. Ben Rama chips it in the box. There's Jensen! It's a great save there by the keeper. Terrific run. Great vision by Ben Rama. And there was Jensen just 7 yards out. He's made good contact, which he's concentrating on. Unfortunately, it was straight at the keeper, and he was onside.
He was onside. He ghosted in there. No one picked him up at all. And he just got his big toe to it, and it just wasn't enough to put it behind.
Bright start from the Bees. Here is Watkins. Watkins plays it wide, but only into the path of Jed Wallace, a paceman who's storming forward. Here on this left-hand side, in a lot of space coming forward now is Ben Thompson into the edge of the penalty area. Plays it down the line, back to Wallace, plays the ball across. Oh, and it's come back with an opportunity there, and Jean-Vay struggling on the ground. Eventually, Brentford do get it clear with Camo Makocha. So chances at both ends. 4 minutes gone on the clock. Brentford should have scored at one end with Matthias Jensen, who made a terrific run after a great ball from Ben Rama, but then a ball played into the box by Jed Wallace, and it wasn't cleared effectively, and Millwall nearly granted an opportunity to take the lead themselves.
That's from a Brentford attack with Ollie Watkins just misplacing the ball, and Millwall, to be fair, they counter-attacked really well and nearly scored from it.
Good by Norgard again. Bit of a heavy touch from Corellis, but Brentford retained possession. There's Ben Rama onto Rico Henry. Game's got a good feel about it this afternoon with this pace early on. Here is Ben Rama down that left-hand side. Wallace stays with him. Now Wallace, we do know, it has got pace, and he's always impressed against Brentford, and he's working well there to try and snuff out any opportunities that Saeed Benrahma can bring. But if you're just settling into the game early on, Brentford went very close to getting the first goal here this afternoon. And Matthias Jensen, that would have been his first goal for the Bees as well. Here's Pontus Jansson, waits, holds the ball up for Dalsgaard, 10 yards inside the Millwall half. Back to Pontus Jansson again. Here's Janvier along the deck to Benrahma, cuts infield, shows good pace, looking for the run from Ollie Watkins. It makes its way over here to Dalsgaard, who just about gets it under control, fizzes the ball into the box. It's headed down by Murray Wallace, and it's helped on by Ferguson. And there is Norgard. What a good pass that is by Norgard. Good close control football. Matthias Jensen goes back for the next ball, but here is Henrik Dalsgaard, who's the most capped international player, equal to Johnny Buttigieg. Back in your era, Johnny Buttigieg.
Yeah. Good little right back, sweeper at times, when we didn't even know what the sweeper was. Very good player.
It's Millwall who have a free kick themselves. 6 minutes gone, 20 yards inside their own half and 2 yards in from the touchline. Alan Barrett below us in his in a tracksuit, short sleeve. There's Janvier, hits the ball away. There's Rico Henry, clears up, comes to Watkins, storming through the middle. Great run, great power by Watkins, through for Benrahma, but Marlon Romeo was too quick for him there. Got the ball back to the keeper, and Bielkowski as well clears upfield. Here's Rico Henry holding the ball well to Janvier. Been a nice tempo to this game early on, Louis.
It's what we wanted, and I think this is definitely going to suit Brentford.
The downpour has helped as well.
Fizzing the ball
for a quick game for both sides.
Here's Benrahma, who's the ball inside. Norgard's done well to win a ball back that he had no right to. Makocho out towards Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard infield to Jensen. Jensen through to Watkins. Corellis calling for it, but Watkins sees that run blocked, and he sees a better ball out there to Rico Henry. It was a terrific one as well, and Rico Henry, well, he showed perhaps a little bit too much to Marlon Romeo, but Marlon Romeo came in there a little bit with his studs up. He was fortunate that he managed to get the ball and not the man, but he's given a corner away on that far side. Great to see all our blind and partially sighted fans over there this afternoon. Hope you're going to enjoy the game here at Griffin Park this afternoon. And we may, I know we'll be seeing Andy Godfrey down in Wales this Wednesday, and Rian as well. So hope you enjoy this afternoon. Brentford have got a corner in front of the tunnel. 8 minutes have gone. And it's Matthias Jensen who will be over there to take it. Pontus Jansson, Dalsgaard in the box, and Janvier makes a run to the near post. The ball comes in now. It's just over the head of Janvier. It's cleared by Millwall. Makocho out towards Benrahma. Head down, crosses it towards the edge of the box, but doesn't beat the first man. And it's cleared by Ben Thompson over to this near side. Rico Henry's there first, gets it under control. Raya can play that out to Makocho. He's in a lot of space on that far side. And then it's back to the skipper, Pontus Jansson. Brentford trying to build a game. Here's Dalsgaard on the right-hand side. Christian Norgard back to Dalsgaard, into Pontus Jansson once more, into Janvier. This is what a few Brentford fans haven't been overexcited about this season, is a little bit too pedestrian building out from the back. I think it's been a little bit predictable, and we weren't seeing that quite so much last season. But what Brentford have done there, by doing that, they've created an opportunity here for Rico Henry down the left-hand side. Benrahma comes back infield. Free on this right-hand side is Dalsgaard. No one's seen him. Makocho has now, and he uses the surface to get the ball across to Dalsgaard, to Christian Norgard infield. Back to Makocho again, edge of the box. Here's Benrahma, goes for goal, and it was straight down the throat of Bielkowski, who didn't take any chances with the wet ball, just made sure he got his palms to it and took it at the second attempt.
Very patient build up there by Brentford. Ended up with Benrahma just cutting in off the left-hand side. Touch and turn, and fires a good shot in.
Ball is helped on there by Bradshaw. It's all the way through to Raya. It's been a bright start to this game. 10 minutes have gone, but there's been lots of attacking play, and you can see that Millwall are trying to hit us on the counter as well.
Yeah, I think they're prepared to soak up a lot of pressure. With the pace of Wallace, they know they've got someone that can get onto things.
Ball's played down the left-hand side, took a deflection in the end. Dalsgaard just flicks it forward, and it comes back to David Raya. All the Bees fans behind the goal there in Ealing Road, trying to shield their eyes from the sun at the moment. Raya goes long that time, looking for Corellis, who hasn't seen that much of the ball early on.
It's what we spoke about, you know, can we get him on the ball early on? The midfield have been quite effective, and out wide has been effective, but they just need to get him more of the ball.
It's Millwall spreading the ball over to this left-hand side. And goes Norgard to try and win that back, and Brentford do well in the end. It is Christian Norgard. Here is Ben Rama. Ben Rama charging into the box. It's going to come to Jensen. Jensen plays it across to Corellis, and Corellis, he's hit the post. Hit the post, and it's come straight back to the keeper. What a chance that was to get your first Brentford goal.
It worked out well for him. Jensen playing a cute pass, frees him up. I'm not sure if Corellis was aware of the defender behind him, but he got a good shot off, just unlucky that it came off the post.
Yeah, he's done most of the hard work there, Louis.
He took a brilliant touch just to play it inside on his left foot to set up the shot. That was a well-worked move, just unfortunate with the finish.
Yeah, murmurs around the ground of how unfortunate that was, and a great pick-out pass as well, you have to say, there by Jensen.
Slightly disguised. Yeah. It looked like he could shape and shoot, and he used that to put the defenders towards him and not on Corellis. It was a good little pass from him.
Raya goes, I'm not sure what he was trying there. That was something from the World Cup rugby. Straight out on the full. No one over there. We're not going to start singing Swing Low, are we? You're not going to see the crowd doing that here. I know we're in the Twickenham vicinity, but hope we'll stick to football this afternoon. Here's Makocho mopping up at the back. It's been a good bright start from the Bees. They've had a couple of great opportunities to take the lead here. One by Matthijs Jensen in the 3rd minute, and then Corellis hitting the post just a few seconds ago. Here he is again. Finds Makocho on towards Dalsgaard over the halfway line. Watkins makes a walk run down the right, comes back in field to Makocho. Norgard again. Here's Jean-Bier stepping forward, short pass to Ben Rama. Makocho makes a good run into the box, and the ball is floated there, easy for Hutchinson to clear, and Brentford just crowd out Millwall in the centre, and they appeal for a foul that Stuart Atwell says no, didn't see anything wrong there. That was the right decision. Pontus Janssen to Jensen. Jensen moves it on quickly to Rico Henry, halfway inside the Millwall half on the far side. Here's Ben Rama trying to drop that shoulder, create a little bit of space in the centre, and he does do, but Norgard does well. It wasn't his ball initially, raised it back to Jensen. Jensen chips it forward. Possibly wasn't the best ball from Norgard in the end. I don't think Jensen was expecting it back.
Not under that pressure at all, but he just seemed to look for the extra pass when I mean extra pass, it's like a square safety pass instead of a ball that is going to create a bit of problem.
Unlock the defence. It was, and in the end, Jensen Louis looked as if he just got in the challenge as well, but he had his foot stamped on as well.
Yeah, I think he just got clipped. Yeah, as the ball went through.
Nothing sinister in that. And goes Pontus Janssen with a header. It goes behind towards Jean-Bier, now back to Raya. Gets the ball out of his feet nicely, plays out to the left-hand side. Romeo just edges Ben Rama off the ball.
Raya's last 3 balls have gone out. And he's kicking.
Here's Belkowski, closed down by Corellis. Good delivery by Belkowski, fired it out to Murray Wallace on this left-hand side. Intercepted well by Dalsgaard on the stretch. Here's Makocho over the halfway line on this right-hand side. Flicks the ball forward to Watkins. Watkins makes a good darting run down that right-hand side. You can see Louis, as you were alluding to before, he's just trying to create a bit of space and get away from Murray Wallace. I'm not so sure that Norgard was expecting that one from his skipper.
Just a little bit too tight for all of that interplay. The last thing they want to do is just keep putting the ball back to Raya. As Louis pointed out, the last 3 kicks have all gone out, so they're trying to just play their way out of it.
Wallace inside to Williams, and the ball goes all the way back to the skipper, Sean Hutchinson, former Fulham man. Ball's played forward down that right channel. Jean-Pierre's going to have to deal with this one, and he's done well. It is going to be a goal kick in the end. He played it against Malumbi. 15 minutes gone. It's all settled down a little bit now, Louis, but it's been an interesting start to the game.
Yeah, I think the first 10 minutes were pretty decent, but the game's gone into a bit of a lull. Both teams giving away possession, and no team can seem to hang on to the ball at the moment.
And Stuart Atwell just telling Raya to speed things up a bit when he's looked for Dalsgaard on this right-hand side, and once again the ball's gone straight out. Dalsgaard wasn't far away from getting onto that. Wallace, Murray Wallace will take the throw. It's literally below us up here on the gantry. Wallace throws it downfield. A little bit of a nudge there in the back by Dalsgaard. Referee doesn't see any advantage. Foul on Thompson in the end. And so Millwall are going to get a free kick. And this is the one thing, Marcus, that Brentford will have to be a little bit concerned about, a little bit respectful. We know that Millwall do have a very, very good finish from set pieces.
The sun is directly in Raya's face. So anything high and lofted has an opportunity to be lost in that sunshine.
Everybody about 4 yards outside the penalty area. Wallace fires it over to the far side. It's headed down. It comes off Jean-Pierre, who's struggling to keep it from going behind for a corner, which he doesn't manage to succeed in. So it will be a corner to be going and taken by Sean Williams on that far side. 0-0 the score. If you're just joining us, welcome wherever you are listening in or watching around the world this afternoon. Referee just trying to have a quick word with some of the players in the box before giving permission for the corner to be taken. Norgard, Karelis involved as well. And here comes the corner now. It's drilled right across, and it wasn't far away from catching Raya out, but Raya knew that ball was going directly behind. Not the best delivery there from Williams.
Interesting, Rico Henry matched up against Murray Wallace in that corner.
Yeah, going toe-to-toe with him, really.
Yeah.
Pushing and shove, holding his own.
Hunter Jansen with his shin pads down. Brentford work the ball nicely through the centre, but Ollie Watkins stoops and just gives it back to Wallace. Wallace tries a shot. Bradshaw goes down in the area. Comes to Jean-Pierre, who's trying to bring the ball away. Plays it out in the end to Rico Henry. Rico Henry goes long this time. Corellius down the centre. Can't get there first. Brentford looking to win the next ball, and Matthias Jensen is beaten to it in the centre. And Mill will go long down this left-hand side. Referee's assistants clearly showing that he's onside here. Bradshaw whips the ball into the box, and a good run coming in there on the far side. Wasn't taken advantage of. And now Corellis goes down. It's all going on out here at the moment as Brentford are now on the break. Here's Watkins. Watkins plays it back in field to Norgard. Norgard then slows it down. Now here's Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard through the centre to Mokotjo. Mokotjo chips it through on the right-hand side. Jensen just left it for Watkins, but I think the ball was intended for him. And now Millwall look to break. A nice dummy there by Bradshaw, but wasn't read by Ferguson. Brentford giving it away again. It's all a little bit careless out there at the moment. In the end, Jensen is hauled to the ground. But one thing we saw there, Jason Malumbi was charging into the box. If he makes contact on that cross, Brentford go behind.
It was a good surging run. Good tempo getting in there. Brentford are just coming a little bit sloppy in a couple of the passes they've had. Chipping balls on this sort of surface, which is more or less perfect. Placement of the pass now is just going off key.
Here is Pontus Janssen to take the free kick. Ball fits through here to Jensen. Jensen helps it on to Watkins. Watkins can't quite get there. Brentford will get a throw. Dalsgaard takes it back to Pontus Janssen, just inside his own half. Short to Mokotjo, linking up with Christian Norgard. Trying to flick it through to his fellow Dane. And Brentford work it nicely. And there's Watkins raised round the back here. This needs a good cross in the box. And he can't quite beat the first defender. Trying to find Corellis again. And that was a really good opportunity there. Just couldn't pick the man out.
I think I was watching Corellis as that ball was fizzed wide. He only just made the one run. He just went strolling out to the back stick. where there was space. And I think in that situation you've got to make 2 runs as a forward.
Here's Benrahma, picks the ball up again, fires it through for Watkins. It was the right angle, but just played at the wrong pace. There's mistakes aplenty out there this afternoon, Louis.
But I think even the cross from Ollie Watkins just lacked pace. He didn't really fire it in. That has just got to go. It's got to go with a lot of pace, causing problems.
It's the type of cross that you want to put in as if it's a shot, but in a more controlled manner. I think Ollie's on form. He knows he's got the beating of his defender there every time.
Referees allowed that one to go. Millwall thought they'd won a free kick in the centre. I'll say that Stuart Atwell's trying to let a lot go this afternoon, which is what you want to see, Louis, isn't it, as a referee?
No, he's doing a good job.
Or from a referee. Ball played down this right-hand side. Up goes Watkins, got there, but came off Wallace in the end. Ball's played through the centre, goes straight back to Raya. Raya quickly picks the ball up and bowls it overarm out towards Rico Henry. Helped on through to Makocho. He's got Benrahma ahead of him. Here is Benrahma, just tried to flick it around Malumbi in the centre, but then Benrahma just catches the back of his man in the centre, who was Sean Williams.
Dare I say that's probably not a bad foul, Marcus, just because they were starting to break there.
It's not a bad one, but just
I know he caused this problem there.
It's those sort of fouls that total up. Might cost him later on.
Here is Hutchinson for Millwall. Floats the ball down the centre in a lot of space. There was Thompson, and here's Jensen, who picks up the next ball. He floats one through to Corellis. Needs good control from the big man up front. Flicks it through. They've worked it onto Makocho just outside the penalty area. Watkins on the run down the left. Cuts back in field. Tried to switch feet. Chance here for Ollie Watkins. Tight angle. Plays it across. He wins a corner in the end. Good defending there by Millwall. That was a little bit brighter as Ollie Watkins switches over to that far side.
Yeah, he's just giving himself some freedom. Benching over from right side to left side. Created an opportunity with the space he found. And got his corner out of it.
Another corner on the tunnel side, Bramer Road side. Benrahma to take it this time. Up goes the right arm, which whipped him to the near post. It's headed away, and is that a penalty? What has he done? What has he done? He's given a penalty.
Hutchinson, I think.
He has given a penalty. He has given a penalty. I don't think half the fans in the ground know. He has given Brentford a penalty.
We're having some arguments over this penalty taker as well. Benrahma and Ollie Watkins. Benrahma's demanding the ball.
Yeah, Watkins is just pointing over to the bench here and saying he's taking my ball. That's my penalty.
That's his hat-trick ball from the last game, isn't it?
Over goes Dalsgaard. So Dalsgaard's now having a word with Benrahma. Dalsgaard has pushed Benrahma away. Benrahma's not happy about it. And Ollie Watkins has got the ball.
We don't need this at all. We've seen it time and time.
We've been here before, Ollie, with this, haven't we? And Louis, we don't need to mention the Trotter incident, do we?
But I think Ollie Watkins is a big enough character to not let that upset him.
Well, Brentford have got a penalty. We weren't sure whether the referee had given the penalty or he was booking Corellis. But it's Ollie Watkins looking for his 8th of the season in front of the Millwall fans. Takes a deep breath, and here comes a little stuttered run, and he's saved! Great save by Bilkowski, who dives away to his right-hand side, and it's now come back to the man who wanted to take the penalty in the first place, Benrahma. Benrahma trying to jig round 3 players. Brilliant run by Benrahma. Down to the bar and tries to play the ball across. It's a corner, but a wonderful save by Bilkowski. Yeah. It wasn't the worst penalty in the world, but he dived to his right, and it was the right height.
The right height for the keeper to get his paws onto it. I don't think the situation before the penalty helped the case either.
Here comes the resulting corner. This one's looping to the far post, hit the top of the bar and come away. Bilkowski was fortunate there. Benrahma nearly scored directly from the corner there. Well, it's all happening here this afternoon, but it's Millwall. It was a foul on Corellis by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And Louis, it wasn't clear at all, was it? We weren't sure what was going on.
No, and to be fair, Mark, the Millwall staff down below us, they were looking up at the analysis people were asking for a steer, and they just shouldered their shoulders as well. So
I'm not quite sure what was given. Obviously an offence on Corellis. The yellow card came out straight away. And here's Corellis trying to help it on to Ben Rama. So drama here at Griffin Park. Hasn't got the best penalty record, Ollie Watkins, has to be said, Marcus, but
he's on form. He's flying high. And I know Ben Rama, he's desperate to get his first goal and get himself up and running, but you don't just decide against what's been written down as who's the designated penalty taker to go up and take it.
Well, there was an incident a bit earlier on, another corner where I think it was Marlon Romeo. He actually pulled Corellis' shirt. It was a clear pull, but I don't think the assistant saw it here, or maybe the ref saw it and let it go, and this time gave something.
Yeah, it was very unclear, because you saw the yellow card come out and you thought, well, he's either booking Corellis, but Corellis hasn't really dived, so I don't really know what on earth he's doing. And there was no great cheer from anybody, because it wasn't clear what the decision was. But Brentford can't take advantage of that terrific opportunity to take the lead in this game. So offside. 26 minutes have gone, and Brentford had a couple of very, very good chances. They've hit the post, missed a penalty. And is this going to be the story of Brentford's season? We're not taking the chances we're getting, whereas last year we were clinical, Marcus.
Yeah, I think even the small details of going against who's supposed to take the penalty and causing a bit of confusion doesn't help the case either. But
well, there's Murray Wallace is down here. He's got his arm round his back. He's got his head on the side at the moment. The physio's straight on, and he's straight down on the deck himself, making sure that he looks after Murray Wallace's head injury here. Well, but a few of the Millwall players just going over to Stuart Atwell, asking all about what was that all about with that penalty. They're still a bit bemused about it. The players have taken advantage of this little break in play to have a water break. So it's time to ask you guys your thoughts on the game so far. Firstly, you, Louis.
Well, I think we started brightly, the game went into a lull, and now I think Brentford have started to play the football they played in the first 10-12 minutes. The link-up plays better. I'd still like to see us get Corellis in the game a bit more, but at the moment the game's a little bit up and down.
The incident, Marcus, where Dalsgaard, he came over what I think a few of us would have liked to have seen happen for the famous game against Doncaster. He just pushed Ben Rama out the way, and it was big man against little man. Give me the ball back, I'm giving it to Ollie.
It's just keeping the thing as simple as possible. Get the ball to the guy that's supposed to be taking it, which is Ollie Watkins, and stop your foolishness on the pitch. Well, he should still look to put that penalty away.
A little stuttering run up from him this time.
Harry Kane run up.
Yeah, it's a Harry Kane run up, isn't it? Well, a few boos because Millwall get the ball back with Bielkowski out to his near side. Up goes Dalsgaard, but he mistimed his jump there. He was a little bit fortunate because he got a little nudge in the back, but he was already had mistimed it beforehand, jumped far too early. We could see that here.
He made the most of that nudge.
Yeah, he did.
Interesting to see how Ben Rama reacts after that incident with the penalty. If he's still carrying any sort of ill feeling and lack of focus for the rest of this match.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how he reacts from that. As you say, not too many goals going in elsewhere. Charlton are leading against Derby at the Valley, and Stoke are leading at home against Fulham. Surprise scoreline of the afternoon so far. Brentford should be ahead here, and will they rue those missed chances? Ball played across field there. Here is Rico Henry. Rico Henry turns, plays it out on the far side.
I think that penalty miss has given Millwall a massive boost in this game now.
Well, there's frustration from Brent when you've missed early chances as well. You should already be ahead, and then you get a gilt-edged opportunity, which you're not even really sure why the penalty was given, and you don't take it. The crowd then go quiet, which has happened here. Ball's played into the box for Millwall. It's gone behind. It's going to be a corner, I believe. Yes, it is. Stuart Atwell points out to the far side, so Millwall will, right on the half hour, will try and shock Brentford here by taking the lead. They haven't been in the game too much. I mean, Brentford with the clear-cut opportunities. They've not been without one or two half chances, but Brentford should already possibly be out of sight in this game. Here comes the corner. on the far side. It's whipped into the near post. Raya is there, solid punch away. Ben Rama trying to win the next ball, just trying to flick it round the centre past Malumbai, who gets there first, and it will go out for a Brentford throw right in the halfway line. Makocho takes it quickly to Rico Henry. Brentford will build from the back again. Jean-Vier square to Pontus Janssen, who steps up, and the ball's now out to Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard then infield to Watkins, looks around himself, short ball to Christian Norgard. Nice ball down the right hand side. It's Jensen, a little flick in field. He was looking for Ollie Watkins there. Takes the throw quickly. Back to Jensen again. Lovely ball to Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard in the box. Not the best first touch, but then Topos it for goal and nearly catches Bielkowski out. Bielkowski wasn't expecting that one. He took it early. It was a bit of a heavy first touch, and he was stretching for it. I thought, well, I'll just topo this, try and catch the keeper out, and he nearly did do it. It was a good save by Bielkowski, and Brentford have got a corner. Can they score from this one? Half an hour gone. Matthias Jensen over the ball. Ben Rama makes himself available. All fans behind the goal had a lot of cheering this afternoon, particularly when that penalty was saved. Great save by the keeper. Here's Matthias Jensen, drills it across. It's Pontus Janssen with a looping header, but already he had pushed Jake Cooper over. Sarcastic cheers from the Millwall fans behind the goal, because the last time there was a decision given in the penalty area, they had to face a penalty. It was a very good save, you have to say.
Yeah, it was, as Mark said, it was a good height for the keeper. And it
was very much like Bentley's save 2 seasons ago. He just dived to his right, and it was the perfect height. That was from Gregory.
We know it's in.
Yeah.
Expecting him to put that away. As the form he's on.
Oh, there's a card coming out here. It's a yellow card for Murray Wallace for a foul on Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard's been in the wars this afternoon, Marcus.
With both sets of players.
Yes. He's just holding his arms out there, and Murray Wallace is just saying, look, I just used my arms to jump. I'm sorry if I caught you. Don't think there was anything intentional in it, but he's on a yellow now. And here's Christian Norgard down the right side, fires it through to Corellis. He tried to I'm not sure what he can do with a ball that's fired at him like that. He's opened up his body well, tried to play the ball inside, and unfortunately no one there for the Bees come to a Millwall player. There's Jean-Vier battling for it on the far side, unfairly so. They will get a free kick about 10 yards inside the Brentford half. Still 0-0, 32 minutes gone. Few wags around us.
Me or Louis.
Here comes the free kick for Millwall into the box. Brentford struggling to get the ball away. Here on the left-hand side is Shane Ferguson. Gets on his right foot, clips it up to the far post. Rico Henry's not taking any chances. Behind him was Jed Wallace. Applause there from Alan Barrett. He enjoyed that. They'll get another corner. As we keep saying, they are dangerous from set pieces. It'll be Ferguson who goes over to take this one once more. He's someone downstairs who he's got a thing against men without too much hair. I'm not sure quite who he's having a go at. Referee Stuart Atwell once again wanting words with Corellis. Just for a little bit of pushing and shoving in the box. Yeah, there's a man below, there's a fan below us who's got the bit between his teeth today. Here comes the corner now, once again whipped into the penalty area, and then there was a foul there on Pontus Janssen, but the referee is just saying you've got to put the ball back on the deck. Raya wanted to just throw it out quickly. He's put the ball down. Brentford got Jean-Vier Pontus Janssen in the box. Christian Norgard goes short. They play it out to the left-hand side to Jean-Vier. Chips it up towards Corellis. Corellis just not the best first touch that time. Can't control it. It's out for a throw on the right-hand side. Millwall fans you can hear on the right-hand side. Here comes Jake Cooper. Square ball to Murray Wallace. Deep inside their own half. Not the best pass forward. Wallace was fortunate that Watkins couldn't control that. Comes off him for a throw. It's all gone a little bit flat, Marcus, the last few minutes.
Yeah, it has. Since the penalty miss, the game has just petered out, really. There's another injection of tempo.
Throw down the left-hand side. Pontus Jansson, well, it looked like a bit of a nudge from him, not seen by the officials. Up goes Mokotjo in the centre, and Mokotjo's done well there. Twice he's managed to get the better of the Millwall midfielders, and here's Rico Henry over the halfway line, out to Ben Rama. Ben Rama, nice ball inside to Mokotjo. Lovely ball from Mokotjo, flicks it back to Ben Rama. Ben Rama tries a little disguise pass to Corellis. He's still got it, Ben Rama. Goes for the far corner himself, and Wilkowski with a dive. One for the cameras there, I think. Just taking that comfortably, but lovely interplay there between Mokotjo and Ben Rama, and he looks like he means business, Louis.
Yeah, his close control there was excellent. He got himself into a little bit of trouble, but then managed to find a way out, and then the final shot wasn't quite what he wanted, but again, he just showed what he could do on the ball.
Thompson flicks a ball on. Rico Henry, not the best control out there on the far side, but they managed to get the ball clear. He slices it off the edge of his boots in the end. His left boot out for a throw on the far side.
So Corellis just trying to get onto that ball, but he's going after the ball's been played instead of like sort of knowing it's going to go into that sort of area, and we're clearing that ball.
And he will be wishing that he could have that shot back again that could have given Brentford the lead early on. Ball's played across field. It was a risky one, nearly intercepted by Ollie Watkins. Comes out to Wallace. Now here's Ferguson. Back to Murray Wallace again on this left-hand side. Wallace looking to try and get past Ollie Watkins. Showing good strength in there. Here's Jed Wallace. Jed takes the deflection on its way through. Comes on Pontus Jansson's head. And it's gone wide. He's gone down. Referee's happy for play to go on. Pontus Jansson is dazed at the moment. Brentford fans calling for a break in play because it will be regarded as a head injury of sorts. Ferguson down the left-hand side. Dalsgaard goes with him. Dalsgaard then plays it back against Ferguson. Does well. And Pontus Jansson has got a chance to have some treatment. He's got up. The first thing he's doing is screaming at Stuart Atwell, why did you not stop play? Has he got a point, Marcus?
Yeah, he's got a point. I think he was looking for a bit of assistance with the referee, but it didn't come. And now comes a sort of a reaction of not getting what he wanted to the referee.
I'm not sure what Pontus Jansson is going to gain from this. Do you, Louis? No, an altercation with the referee?
I was just watching the fourth official, and he was intimating to one of the Brentford staff that the ball hit him on the shoulder. So there's no need to stop the game.
Here is Raya. Goes long this time. Up goes Ollie Watkins for against Big J Cooper. Comes back to Ben Rama. Ben Rama, quick feed out to Matthijs Jensen. Jensen just dispossessed it, a little bit too slow on it. Shane Ferguson is nippy, and he got in there to get a vital touch, and they play the ball upfield. Pontus Jansson mops up at the back and does really well. Everybody thought he was going to play that one back to Raya, but he didn't, and he just played it downfield to Dalsgaard. Nice ball infield to Mokotjo, quickly through to Ben Rama, lets the ball run across him. He's got Rico Henry charging into the box. Great ball to Rico Henry, doesn't have to break stride, needs to cut it back, but it's Jensen. Oh, Jensen, the ball is blocked in the box. Great defending by Millwall. Now comes back to Dalsgaard. Here's Ben Rama. Ben Rama, left-footed, tries to chip it into the far corner, just lifts it over the bar. Wonderful run by Rico Henry. Great ball into his feet from Ben Rama. Has cut the ball back. Then Matthijs Jensen. We thought that was the moment, but a terrific block at the back there by the Millwall defence, particularly Hutchinson.
He's made two ghosting runs into that box, and he's gotten to the end of them both times. Just hasn't had the bit of luck to finish off that great move and run that he's put in there.
Look, that's where Brentford are at best. Passing speed, superb, minimal touches, and they can't deal with it.
There's Pontus Jansson with header out to his right-hand side. Watkins battling for it. Just makes its way over the Millwall dugout. There's Adam Barrett, who will be more than delighted that the scoreline is 0-0. They've had to work for the nil at the moment with Brentford here this afternoon. On another day, Brentford could have had 3 or 4. Wallace down the left channel. Dalsgaard with a header up in the air. Norgard, Pontus Jansson trying to just almost head it headed by stooping towards Downsgard. Didn't get anything on it, and here's Pontus Jansson once more on the board. Can't go back to his keeper. Good skills by Pontus, and he plays it upfield, but only gives possession back to Malumbi. Good challenge there by Downsgard. Wins the ball back. Great skills by Matthijs Jensen. Switch feet beautifully, and Brentford are now on the break. As Louis says, this is where Brentford are at their best, but Ben Rama's ball down the left-hand side. He was trying to take Romeo out of the game, but Romeo's now charging forward. Great run by the Millwall right back here. Needs a delivery into the box. It clips off a Brentford player on the way through, but there's Downsgard with a no-nonsense clearance downfield. Oh, it's headed straight into the path of Watkins. Watkins driving forward. Watkins edge of the box. Wide here to Corellis. Corellis, well, what is he trying to do there? He's trying to chip it through to the centre, but there was no one there, and here's Matthijs Jensen. We'll come back to that in a second. He may have been better off going for goal himself, but there was no one there, Marcus, for him to pass to.
I'm just stunned with that decision that he made there. Centre forward wants to make an impression in this team. He's getting a start for the first time. I expect him to just shift the ball and get a shot off, but picked the wrong option there.
Yeah, I agree, Marcus. He got whatever was in his mind. I'm baffled on that one.
Yeah, Corellis is just putting his left arm up. He's looking to a couple of teammates. I'm not sure what that was all about, but he wondered if that was going to be a moment for him. Brentford showing some glimpses here that the first goal won't be too far away. Raya goes long again. Once more, Watkins battling for this one. Cooper's got his arms all round him, but the referee is looking to play an advantage here. Here is Watkins driving forward up to the edge of the penalty area. Tries a shot. Cooper just plays it then up in the air. Watkins goes for it again. Comes to Makocho. He goes wide to Jensen, just outside the penalty area. Back to Downsgard. Downsgard then wide again. Ben Rama. Ben Rama's got Matthijs Jensen there. Linking up well with Ben Rama again. Few tricks down the right-hand side. There's Jensen, great skills round the back. Floats the ball into the box. Is cleared away by Millwall, but Brentford are toying with him and playing some sublime skills out there we're seeing this afternoon, Louis, but no goals to show at the moment, and that will be what's frustrating the Brentford fans. Downsgard with the throw, 10 yards from the corner flag. Downsgard looking for Watkins. Jensen's available as well. Looks for Jensen in the end. Here is Christian Norgard, just helps the ball on. Ben Rama's going to come to his feet. He's got it under control. Ben Rama looking to switch. Ben Rama again, great run, drills the ball across, but didn't really catch much of the ball. Caught more of the grass there, and he just dribbles apologetically straight into the grateful arms of Bilkowski. Not quite coming off for Ben Rama at the moment.
No, it's not happening for anyone really. I think out of that front three, the most likely scorer will be Watkins. He's on top of his game. He knows he's got the beating of his defender. Just need that little bit of luck to hit the players out there.
Here's Corellis, holds the ball up well, shows good strength, was definitely taken down then. Shame he couldn't stay on his feet and get the ball away quickly, as Brentford again have bodies pouring through. And Corellis has got a knock here, and they're calling the physio on, Neil Gregg.
He's holding his knee, the outside of it or something, should maybe.
So we wonder whether it'll be okay to continue. There's a few signs there that this might be a little bit more serious than something he can run off. Watkins bending down to have a word with him. David Reyes come up to have a word with Downsgard and Norgard as well. Ricky Henry having some water. Raya bending down to speak to Corellis. This doesn't look good, Marcus.
No, I think he's shielding it. He's a stocky, strong player, shielding it, so he's putting a lot of load and pressure through his knees. And then he's withstanding that challenge as well on the turn. I'm not sure if that's a combination of he might have.
No, I think he's signalling he's out the game. So
well, the doctor Matt Stride's on now, so
I think what we're going to see now is Mbuemo coming on, Watkins moving back into the centre, and Ben Rama out to the far side. So we're right on the brink of half time anyway. The stretcher's on its way out.
Shame, because he's not really got into the game. He's hit the post, he's made a decision that he shouldn't have done in the last action that he had with crossing instead of trying to shoot himself. But hasn't really got into this game as such.
Well, the stretchers now out there taking their time. Is this what looked an innocuous challenge there, you have to say, but often the worst injuries, Louis, tend to be. I remember one at Kevin O'Connor down at Portsmouth, and he was out for months, and it just looked nothing in it.
Clearly he's not going to. No. He's definitely going off on the stretcher here, so they're concerned enough not to want to risk him even hobbling off.
So Buemo is stripped and ready to come on. Just gets a handshake and a pat on the back, and Kevin O'Connor just going over where he wants him to fit in, where they're seeing opportunities in this game. And Buemo, I think he's a player we want to see more of, Marcus.
Yeah, he's tenacious.
Corellis is on the stretcher now, and he's being taken off to the changing room, straight to the changing room, as you'd expect.
Big shame for him.
Yeah, it is a big shame. Right in the stroke of half-time. Louis was hoping for a bright afternoon to make an impact, hit the post early on. Small margins in football, and since then his game's been pretty ineffective, and now he's stretchered off as well. Not the afternoon he wanted.
Forgetting that opportunity he had out wide. I think a lot of the balls he had, he's had to chase them down, hasn't he, Marcus? He's
had to fight a way to retain the ball,
and he's up against two giant, Landed giant centre backs as well, and that's probably not the battle that he wants. He probably wants the ball into feet, in space to play.
Well, Brentford have got this free kick. It's 20 yards inside the Millwall half. Ben Rama floats it out towards Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard stretching for that, doesn't get the body angle right, just hits it straight behind. And we've got about 90 seconds of play before the half-time whistle. We're going to have a chat half-time after we've gone over the other half-time scores, all about the unfortunate incidents in Bulgaria and racism in football. Where is it all going wrong this afternoon?
I think with the injury there, the fans have overlooked the 1 minute's applause at the 46 minutes mark, I think.
Well, that will be at the start of the second.
At the start of the second half.
Yeah, it's not going to be actually in time added on. There's a foul in the centre. Cooper just pointing to Stuart Atwell that Jensen should be going into the book for this one, with his foot up. Nothing given. So Buemo on. Ollie playing down the centre. Ben Rama out on the left-hand side, and yeah, frustrating first half where Brentford should have had a few goals on the score sheet without any doubt.
Well, according to the match stats, Millwall have had 2 shots, none on target, 1 off, 1 blocked.
Well, here's Wallace, plays the ball into the box on the stretch there, and a good shot comes in, and it's spilled, and there's an opening goal, and Millwall have stolen the lead right on the break. Raya couldn't hold it, and it's spilled outside to Tom Bradshaw, pokes it in from 3 yards out. And the break in play might have disrupted the concentration of Brentford, but that's a sucker punch right on the stroke of half-time. They go a goal behind.
Yeah, crazy couple minutes there. Very good shot put in by Millwall. It's been spilled by Raya, and they've had 2 people on the spot there to just tap it in, to put them 1-0 up. Disappointing end to this first half.
Well, call the police. There's been a robbery. Somehow Millwall are going to go into the break-up half-time, a goal to the good, and Brentford will be wondering how on earth that has happened, with the chances being spurned this afternoon. There's Jensen through to Makocho. Makocho out towards this right-hand side of Buemo. First touch for him this afternoon. Cross to the far post, just bounces one and goes behind him. Goes behind.
Wasn't a bad ball in as well, just no one
attacking it. No. So big second half now, Louis.
Well, interesting team talk for Thomas Frank. At 0-0, that's one team talk. Now he's got a different one, Marcus.
Yeah, he's got a difficult one. I think this is his 50th game in charge, isn't it, today? So It's a milestone in many ways, but half-time's going to be very important.
And that is the half-time whistle there. And Brentford fans go off. A few boos, a little bit of frustration around as you would expect. But Louis, we weren't expecting that on the balance of play. That is a ridiculous scoreline. But at the end of the day, if you can't put the ball in the net, you don't win games. The shot came in there. It was a good one from Malombe. It was. I felt Raya did really well because it wasn't expecting it, wasn't set for it. Yeah. But there were two Millwall players there. Either of them could put it in the back of the net, and Brentford go into the break goal behind. Well, Adam Barrett, as we switch back to forward, thanks guys very much. I know it's not the easiest thing to talk about, and I really appreciate your contribution. Hope you all enjoyed listening to Ollie and Louis' input there this afternoon. We've got a game of football to win here. Somehow we're 1-0 down. It's that sort of season, Louis and Marcus, but it's got to change round. This is a big 45 minutes.
Well, we're getting into our favourite end. The sun is beaming.
And there's Kevin O'Connor straight into the fourth official, Louis, there before we've even kicked off, just as we've seen him in most games this season. But Brentford, of course, Corellis going off, so we've now got Mbuemo out on the right hand side and Benrahma on the left, and this is who we're looking for here with Jensen. Good ball over to Benrahma, controls it nicely, little back heel down there to Rico Henry, and Rico Henry has I think he's won a corner. Yeah, he has. They thought the whole of the ball had gone out. I wasn't even from here, it didn't look like the whole of the ball had gone out. Rico Henry angled his run, and you thought maybe he'd taken a bit of a liberty there, but he's done well. He's managed to get to the ball and won a corner, which they take quickly. Benrahma gets it back from Matthias Jensen. Little step over into the box, plays the ball back across. Here's Makocha, back to Jensen, goes for the far corner, and it's over the bar.
We've considered a good start here.
Marcus, can you carry on a sec? So.
I will carry on, yeah. Where do we go from there, Louis?
Well, it was good build-up play, great layoff, but I just think it just didn't get that quite right.
The ball's out to this near side. Bradshaw helps it infield. There's Rico Henry doing well there. A few players around here. Ollie Watkins, little cushion header back to Benrahma on this near side. Little dink over the. Oh, and Thompson's taking him out, knee height there. Not the best challenge from Thompson. Benrahma up quickly, doesn't make too much of it.
Delightful skills again by Twinkle Toes Benrahma. Every game he does something unique.
He's magic. Louis has been brilliant to watch this afternoon. It's just frustrating we haven't.
I think he was just too quick for Thompson there. I don't think it was a malicious foul. It was just too quick.
He was just too quick.
Speed of.
And here is that minute's applause for Matt Newman into this 46th minute. Who's tragically passed away. Another Brentford fan who will be supporting us from the heavens now. Nice ball played down the back. Here is Dalsgaard. Oh, a heavy first touch there from Dalsgaard, and good work at the back there from Hutchinson, who keeps the ball in play. That's the second time he's got round the back. We saw in the first half, the first touch was just a little bit too heavy. Yeah. In the first half, he got in a toe poke, which nearly caught out Bielkowski. That time he couldn't get the ball back under control. But a nice respectful minute's applause there for Matt Newman, which will be very much appreciated by his family this afternoon. We would love Brentford to get the 3 points for the big man this afternoon.
Really told the difference without Serge Canos out there with those long surging runs, assists.
Well, great. He's got a little bit more than his usual cameo time, Brian Mbuemo, this afternoon. He's Makocho's done well, tries to flick it through to Watkins, but good work here by Millwall. Here's Romeo. Ball on this near side, and then Wallace, Jed Wallace on this right hand side, just off balance. Has played the ball out for a throw. Here's Rico Henry, plays it back towards Jean-Vier. Jean-Vier to Pontus Janssen. Helped on to Dalsgaard, back to Pontus Janssen again. And here is Julian Jean-Vier. Chips it through, looking for Rico Henry. Good challenge came in by Malombe. And now here's Benrahma. A little bit of space opening up here. Watkins sees a run of Jensen, but plays it wide. He's played it behind Dalsgaard. It's been retrieved well by Mbuemo. Comes infield to Ben Rama, who's jinking around, moving one side of the box to the other. Here's Jensen, some lovely skills on display. Whips the ball back into the box, and here's Watkins! And Watkins gets it in the back of the net. That should stand. The referee's looking at his assistant on the far side. They're all rushing over there. I'm not sure that the assistant is going to give anything here. He hasn't put his flag up at any time. And the referee has actually disallowed, or has he disallowed?
It's offside.
It's offside. He's given offside.
Wow.
Well, I think they're actually saying that did it come off one of the Millwall players before on its way through? Obviously, Stuart Atwell thought it may have come off a Millwall player last. Confusion over there. But it's been disallowed. Looked like Watkins' 8th goal of the season.
Interesting.
But he hadn't put his flag up initially, Louis.
No. So, or if it was a very, very late flag. Very late.
I don't think there was a flag.
There wasn't a flag. There wasn't a flag. It's obviously.
He gave himself a lot of time to think about it, and he just kept his flag down and waited for the referee to come over.
Well, Brentford fans will be wondering what they're going to do to score here this afternoon. Hit the post, missed a penalty, and now scored a goal which the referee initially gave. But then he's thought about it, gone over to his assistant. They've had a conversation, and because he didn't put his flag up at any time, you're thinking surely he must give this.
That caused a bit of hesitation with everyone out there. I wasn't sure if it was a legitimate goal.
Here's Matthias Jensen through the centre. Watkins battling for it. Well, if you're coming back late from your half-time break, if you're watching or listening, you may have missed that. It's one we'll need to see, and obviously that'll be cleared up afterwards what that was all about. But it doesn't stand, and the scoreboard still says Brentford 0, Millwall 1, 50 minutes gone. There's Cooper heads the ball into the box, and Raya allows it to skip behind. There's some stewards rushing around there behind the goal over to the far side. I'm not sure what that's all about. Rushing out into the forecourt. Hopefully everything's all right out there. It's all going on here. A few fans look as if they may be going into a different area on the far side up there. So if we hear any more, we will let you know. There's Jean-Pierre who will just allow this to run out of play on this near side, and Ricker Henry will take the throw up towards Norgard. Norgard heads it on. Lana Romeo chips it forward. Jean-Pierre is there first, but it nearly breaks to Bradshaw. Ball's bouncing around, and the ball's played forward, and there was Pontus Janssen at the back. It nearly came through to Ferguson, and Ferguson would have been clear through on goal for 2-0 rather. Here's at the other end is Mbuemo. Comes in field, short ball to Makocha, back out to Matthias Jensen. Dalsgaard's on the overlap. He gives it to Dalsgaard. Quick ball back inside. Makocha, good football, but the final ball round the back doesn't quite work out, and it's going to be a goal kick, much to the frustration of the Bees fans behind that goal. And it's the Millwall fans who are in good voice. And frustrating start to the second half, Marcus.
Yeah, we're forced to pick up the pace in this second half now, being 1-0 down, so all to look forward to, but we've got to apply good quality with this tempo to get back in this game.
Here comes Volkowski, clearance upfield. Jean-Pierre goes up, it's flicked on by Wallace on this right-hand side. Here's Thompson showing better pace down the right. Throws the ball into the box, and Millwall have won a corner. Going to be taken on this New Road side. Williams will be the man who takes it. So Alan Barrett below us is not doing his CV any harm whatsoever with the scoreline at the moment. And we'll be looking for a second here to give them a little bit of breathing space. Millwall fans in good voice behind the goal. The ball is chipped in the centre there. This is going to be a penalty. It is. It's Watkins battling there with Hutchinson, and Watkins gets a yellow card. The cries went up, and now he levels the penalty decision he gave in the first half with another penalty. This time it's against Ollie Watkins. Christian Norgon having a long chat with Stuart Atwell about it. Barry, what is Ollie Watkins doing back there? What is he thinking about when he's already seen that the referee is not going to allow these sort of battles to go unpunished?
His job in
and
there.
It was clear. It was a clear pull.
He's one of the man markers in there. So there's going to be that sort of contact. We've seen it in the first half with Rico Henry and Wallace.
Here comes Jed Wallace with the penalty now. Drills it into the bottom left corner, and Millwall double their lead. Fans ecstatic behind the goal. 54 minutes gone, and Brentford have got a mountain to climb here, or it's going to be yet another defeat here at Griffin Park in this last season.
We've shot ourselves on the foot here, Mark. That clear penalty. Watkins had hold of him, complete hold of him, brought him to the ground. The referee, in perfect view, Stuart Atwell, had no qualm in his mind that was a penalty. Whistled straight away. And, now Brentford have got it all to do. Millwall have got something to hang on to here now.
And Brentford have got to try and raise themselves. Matthias Jensen just saying, come on guys, let's get it going. Ben Rama trying to G the team up. Pontus Jansson,
it's going to be a tough task.
He's the man we want to see out there trying to ruffle some feathers at the moment. There's a lot of frustration I can hear below us on New Road. But it's a case of you don't take your chances. This is what happens, and you can't get any more. That's a game of two penalties, one missed, one scored.
And that's been clear cut, the difference in the two sides. Taking opportunities.
They haven't won away on a Saturday for 19 months.
Wow.
And they're 2-0 up here. They'll be thinking that's going to change today. Here's Ben Rama looking to change things. Oh, great run down the left-hand side, but an awful cross. Just takes one bounce and out of play on that far side. And there's some real frustration you can start to hear bubbling below us, Marcus.
Yeah. It's to come with the territory as well. You know, the fans are frustrated with the home form this season. Played excellent at times, played poorly at times. We've had good opportunities, a lot of shots, but we've not been ruthless enough in the right areas in front of goal.
Throw down the far side for Millwall. Jean-Bier heads it forward. And Buemo, Dalsgaard, then on his Watkins inside the penalty area, but tight angle. Should have been waiting for players to come up. That's what Ben Rama's looked at him as if to say, why have you taken that from me? You're not going to score from that angle. And that's just lack of confidence and frustration, Louis.
Yeah, again, the connection wasn't good on that. At the moment, Brentford are just way off it.
Throw for Marlon Romeo on this right side. Okay, Henry wins a header back. Pontus Jansson, strong header back, but only back to Marlon Romeo, who's quite happy for the ball to bounce once and out of play on that far side. Just runs the clock down. Stuart Atwell's asking to hurry up. We're not far off the hour mark now. And Brentford will need a very spirited finish. You would think, Marcus, that a goal in the next 10 minutes would set up a real grandstand finish.
Yeah, we're going to need something pretty soon. Just looking on the bench to see that how we could maybe change.
Oh dear, Jean-Bier's given it out to Rico Henry. Rico Henry's tried to come in field, and the ball's just run past him. And as Louis says, Brentford are just not at it. They've been rocked by that goal just before half-time. Scored after half-time. It's been disallowed. Not quite sure why that is. And then they've given away a weak penalty. And they don't seem to have settled. It's Millwall who've not impressed this afternoon, but looking comfortable at the moment. Brentford got to start asking some questions. Here is Matthias Jensen driving forward. He's got Buemo on his right-hand side. He's delayed with the ball. Passes wide to Buemo in the end. And Buemo down to the right side. He's looking to try and win a corner. He's played it back to Matthias Jensen. Flicks the ball in the box. There's a header down. And that for a second there, you wondered if that was going to be another penalty. Rico Henry was appealing for one. And Stuart Atwell's blown the whistle quickly, but he's given it the other way.
Yeah, he's just spotted a little push. He just relieves the pressure of that attack for Millwall.
But again, in that last move, Brentford in great position. Jensen holds onto the ball for too long. Millwall have 9 players in the box defending.
Exactly. The ball was the one out to
Just play
Mbeumo.
it first time.
To him.
Just play it first time.
He's posing a problem with his left foot out on that right-hand side, so it's a different ball that's coming into the box.
Bilkowski out to this right-hand side. Up goes Jean-Pierre. Goes in strong with the second challenge as well. Gives away the foul, which will go Millwall's way. They're warming up big Matt Smith as well, who has a good record against Brentford. Can cause some problems if needed, but I'm not sure they'll be bringing on quite yet. So a free kick for Millwall. We are up to the 60-minute mark now. Hutchinson on this right-hand side. It's high. Raya is under this one. And player went down in the box on the far side, which was Cooper. They're appealing for a penalty once more, the Millwall fans. Nothing given by Stuart Atwell. Here's Dalsgaard on the right-hand side to Mbeumo. Mbeumo, nice ball down the line to Watkins. Mbeumo's taken out. Brentford haven't got any bodies in the box, so he's had to hold it up. Fires it in just outside the penalty area to Matthias Jensen. Then wide to Watkins against. Dalsgaard on the overlap. Played just to the right. Dalsgaard didn't quite work out. He's checked back to Watkins once more. Watkins whips the ball into the box, and in goes Ben Rama with a glancing header. Couldn't get enough contact on it, and it's drifted wide out on this left-hand side for a goal kick.
Another disappointing end to that attack. That was so promising. Good work down the right-hand side with Dalsgaard and Ollie Watkins, and final ball in by Jensen, but not enough at the end of it with Ben Rama's sort of attempt of a header.
Raya out to this right-hand side. Bradshaw's that's on Raya. Bilkowski with a clearance out towards Rico Henry, who will take the throw. Infield, Christian Norgard back towards Rico Henry. He then turns and gets it back to Jean-Pierre. Here's Pontus Jansson. He must be frustrated out there this afternoon, the leader. Brentford have the majority of this play, but Millwall 2 goals ahead, are looking comfortable at the moment. Dalsgaard goes in to win the ball on the far side. Links up well with Norgard. Here is Norgard bringing the ball forward. Mbeumo making a good run. Norgard struggling to hold on to it. He's taken down in the process by Williams. Brentford will need to take this quickly, which they do. Looking for Rico Henry. Rico Henry heads it over to Ben Rama. Good skills from Ben Rama. Comes in field past Jed Wallace. Little 1-2 with Makocha. Back to Ben Rama again. Chips the ball into the box. And Mbeumo back to Watkins, looking to try and hit that on the volley. A very important header there from Shane Ferguson. Now here's Ben Rama. Drops the shoulder. Into the box. He's fallen to his feet. In goes Mbeumo with his feet up there. Could be in trouble. The referee's giving him some time to think here. Mbeumo, yeah, I think it is only a yellow. He's done the right thing.
The way Wallace took that challenge was he's taken it. He's had a look at the referee, and then he sees the referee running over. He starts rolling again, just to make the point that it was a very bad tackle.
Yeah. He was stretching for it, just went in with his feet. I think it was the right decision from Stuart Atwell in the end, but it's typical of the frustration out there this afternoon for these Bees players. It's just not quite happening.
Very frustrating for the fans as well.
You have to say that just sums up our season. It's those words. It's just not happening.
One thing that needs to happen is everyone sticks together on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a long time left in this game yet. And Brentford will no doubt create another lot of chances, but they've got to start being clinical. There's Mbeumo battling for the ball on the far side. Ball's played behind Marlon Romeo, has to go back to retrieve it. Ben Rama goes over to close him down. But the Millwall right back plays it down this right hand side, and Jean-Pierre goes in to win the next one. He's being caught in the process there. Another Malombe this time, who has just gone in with his stutter. It was no more than a yellow for me. It was accidental.
It's a foul, but it's nothing.
Yeah, the fans are trying to make quite a big thing of it, but to be fair, we've got a good view of it, and he just mistimed his challenge. Malombe, he's going to get a yellow card. So they're racking up now out there. And there's another water break on this near side. Thomas Frank there with his blue trousers, or navy trousers, and his grey jumper, blue shirt today. Hands in pockets. He's frustrated. He's deep in conversation with Kevin and Brian.
Just how we're going to change this, this shape, but personnel, it comes to it.
You'd be thinking De Silva and Valencia, wouldn't you?
Yeah, De Silva, I think, is a must to come on, and you know, he's someone that's not shy of shooting from midfield. So,
well, we've only seen Valencia against Cambridge so far, but we can see he's got some pace. Here's Makocho, lovely ball by Makocho out towards Jensen. Jensen switches feet nicely, back to Makocho, edge of the area, places it to the far post, and there's no one there. The players were coming in, and once again a promising attack breaks down with the final ball.
I think the ball was fine. I think the players that were in there just too early. They didn't arrive there. They was already standing in that position. We've seen before with Millwall, they've had people flying in, arriving at the time of the ball going in there.
Bilkowski to take this one once again on the right hand side, looking for Bradshaw. Jean-Pierre clattered into Thompson there, mistimed it himself that time. The referee just calling her over, just saying curb your enthusiasm.
It's a bit fortunate there, I think.
So a free kick for Millwall. They'll be happy. There's another 5 minutes gone in time.
Interesting. Atwell was checking his book there to see if he had him in there already. Short pass by Hutchinson to Williams. Williams switches play out towards Thompson. Thompson can play it back to Wallace if he wants. Wallace is there, but he's got a good ball into the box instead, and Bradshaw climbing for that one. Can't guide that one goalwards. Raya puts it down quickly. Plenty of Brentford options there. He passes it to Jean-Pierre. Now to Rico Henry. Plays it down the line to Makocho. Lovely ball back inside to Rico Henry, who's coming down this left-hand side. Got 3 players around him though. And how can Jim Wallace appeal for that right in front of us? He's kicked the ball out and looked to the linesman for the throw. It is a Brentford throw right on the halfway line. Real frustration around Griffin Park this afternoon. You just wonder if this carries on what the atmosphere will be like at the final whistle, Louis. Well, let's not talk about that yet, Mark.
We've got a long way to go. We'll make that change and that difference pretty soon.
Yeah, you could hear a pin drop here at the moment. Here's Jean-Pierre just getting a few boos from the Millwall fans. Rico Henry plays it forward. That's a high, hopeful one. That's meat and drink for Millwall. But Brentford win it back with Christian Norgard. Floats the ball through, looking for Mbuemo, but it's over Mbuemo's head, and Murray Wallace gets a call from Bilkowski to leave it. It's back to Bilkowski.
Just a bit surprised with some of the balls that are going up front. They're all lofted up there against two big.
So no penetration, is there? On the...
It's food and drink for them to deal with.
It's playing very much into Millwall's hands. Here's Rico Henry once more. Lobbed ball forward. Hutchinson returns a compliment. Jensen just a little bit slow to get to that one. The ball's through into the penalty area. Raya had to be alert to that to come out and take it off the feet of Tom Bradshaw. And Raya throws it out quickly on that right-hand side to Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard through the centre. Watkins has to come to this one. Not the best pass there. He's come to Matthias Jensen. He's got Mbuemo on the right-hand side. He goes for goal himself, takes the deflection. He'll win a corner, but I'm starting to wonder if he doesn't want to feed in Mbuemo on the right-hand side. That's twice that he's ignored him. And he's then delayed, and in the end I think he seems to think, well, I need to have a go for goal here. I've got to do something. And he's been perhaps a little bit fortunate to get a deflection, and it's gone behind for a corner, which they take quickly. Jensen back to Benrahma. Benrahma into the penalty area. Does well. Still with it, Benrahma. Looking to switch feet again. Here is Jensen. Takes a touch. Floats it into the box. That's a good ball there to Ollie Watkins. And Ollie Watkins was coming in on the far side, and he looked as if he saw the ball a little bit late. Mistimed his effort to just plant that into the back of the net. But that was a really good chance there.
It was a good ball in. Jensen with his traditional sort of chippy curly pass to that far stick caused problems. Just going to get on the end of that, but we've got to start getting onto these things and making it count in the important area of the field.
Is it fair to say there seems to belief that's gone out of the team there?
I think in terms of the ball into the box, I'd like to see them attacking a bit more, Marcus.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, as you say, it's almost half-hearted what they're doing at the moment.
Here's Shane Williams, goes for goal himself. Easy for Raya. Raya looking for options to get the ball rolling. Just spins it into the path of Dalsgaard, who has to come back to Pontus Janssen just outside his own penalty area, then across to the left to Janvier, still getting the boos from the Millwall fans. Short ball inside to Makocho. Makocho, I think, he's played well today. He's trying to move the ball from one side to the other a little bit quicker, but once again, Braymo's made a good run down the right-hand side, and he's looking for a longer ball, and it's not forthcoming. Here's Makocho once again. Now the Brentford fans are getting a little bit frustrated. The ball's not moving forward quicker. Now they're inside Millwall territory. And, not the best ball from Dalsgaard up to Braymo. Just invited Murray Wallace to get there first. It's out for a throw with up to the 69-minute mark. And Raya back in possession for Brentford, who are 2 goals behind. Here's Janvier.
Looks like they're preparing Josh De Silva to come in.
Benrahma again gets the ball back from Watkins. Benrahma still with it. Lovely ball. Oh, Braymo's ball back to him, didn't quite come off in the end. And here's Braymo looking to win the ball back. Can't go in for too many strong challenges, of course, after picking up that yellow card. Here's Benrahma again, 20 yards outside the penalty area. Little 1-2 with Makocho, then tried to thread it through to Ollie Watkins, but it was blocked. Matthias Jensen wins the ball back with a header. Here's Christian Norgard. On his right is Mbeumo, who's going to take on Murray Wallace. Down to the right-hand side, puts him on his backside, whips it into the near post, but Makocho wasn't far away from it. And now it's rolled out quickly, and here's Ricker Henry charging back, and he dived in for a challenge with Wallace, and Janvier had to win that one, and he did, and that's got the crowd going. Janvier helps it on to Benrahma. Benrahma has to cut back, will go for goal here himself, and he wasn't far away, 2.5 yards wide of that far corner. That's a little bit better, that sparked the crowd a little bit.
The tempo, the one-touch combination play, it just quickened everything up and nearly got us back into this game with a goal. But
well, we're seeing Christian Norgard coming off and Josh De Silva coming on, so there's another man who knows where the goal is.
I was saying that last phase of play was a brilliant bit of work by Rico Henry to come back and to snuff out that counter-attack. He was responsible for that.
And Janvier, well, he went in for a 50-50. If he'd mistimed that, he could have been in a little bit of trouble, but he did time it perfectly. The ball in the air, there had to be attack. Rico Henry, good header there. Hutchinson wraps his foot around it. Pontus Janssen doesn't quite come to him. Makocho looks to win it in the midfield. He gets it back from Jensen, and a great ball by Makocho out towards Mbeumo. Mbeumo, a little bit of space with that he can come in field. Goes to goal himself, takes deflection on its way through off Cooper, and goes behind for a Brentford corner.
Definitely given Wallace a problem at that left-back position, with him being left-footed and coming inside all the time. He's just changed how he defends him.
David Ray has come over here to say something or other to Thomas Frank on this near side. Here comes the corner on the far side. It's away from goal. And we set it out the penalty area back to Makocho. Little push and pass out to Josh De Silva. First touch for him this afternoon. Drifts in field and just loses the ball, just overstretched. And here's Malombe, who's done really well. Marlon Romeo out towards Jed Wallace, back to Marlon Romeo again. Helps the ball high down this right hand side. Rico Henry battling for it. Janvier showing good strength. Here's Rico Henry, dinks it forward, and Janvier, well, just stepped over the ball there. Makocho just been nudged off it. It's going to be a Brentford throw. Adam Barrett doesn't agree with that, but he won't worry about the scoreline at the moment. And now Bod Varson will come on, who we know has got some pace, will be an outlet for them up front. And coming off is Jason Malumba, the Irishman, who thought he's been impressive this afternoon, Mark.
Yes. Good energy out there, tenacious, covers the ground well. Which helps us start to a 2-0 lead so far.
Janvier to Pontus Janssen. And to Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard to Benrahma, who switched over to that right-hand side. Gets the ball back. There's Mbeumo once again. Benrahma wide to Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard trying to cut back infield, keeping their shape very well. Millwall on that far side. It's broken to Dalsgaard, who then was trying to charge down the right hand side. Stuart Atwell thought about it for a second there, about giving the decision. It looked a clear foul from here, and Brentford are going to get a chance to play the ball into the box. However, the way Millwall have defended this afternoon, they have something clever to create an opportunity.
They've stuck to their guns, they've defended well in these sort of areas. Combination of defending well and not taking chances by Brentford, but we are where we are at the moment, at 2-0 down.
Right, Buemo and Jensen over this free kick, which is about 10 yards in from the touchline, just over halfway inside the Millwall half on the Bramer Road side. The referee's blown his whistle. He's blown it again. Well, he's blown the whistle initially to take it, but they've taken so long over deciding who's going to play the ball into the box. It's allowed Stuart Atwell another chance to blow the whistle and have a word with a few of the defenders who are coming together. It is Jensen in the end who whips the ball in, and it's just come off in the end, facing his own goal. Jay Cooper. It was a great delivery there, but frustrating Marcus, no one on the end of it.
I thought Jean-Pierre was on the lead with that with his left foot. He's gone with it with his right and missed. Should have put himself onto the end of that.
Probably any sort of contact, and it's a goal.
Here's a corner, whipped in again, and it's taken a deflection, and no one knew where the ball was. It was bouncing around. It's not going Brentford's way at the moment. They could certainly do with a slice of luck for all the fact that they've been wasting the odd chance here and there. Here's De Silva, chance for him to cross the ball. Goes around Ferguson. And plays back to Buemo, edge of the box, on his left foot. That's a great shot, not far past the far post. But once again, nothing to show there for Brentford. 75 minutes gone, and time is ticking on, Marcus Gunn.
Yeah, we're running out of time. Doesn't seem like we're getting any closer to that goal to get us back into the game and make a right dogfight of it towards the end. We don't seem to have too many options on the bench at this stage of the game. Possibly Joel Valencia or Josh Clark. Zamburet.
And here is Wallace. Out towards Bradshaw. The ball's cut back for Jed Wallace, but Rico Henry, well, he was beaten to it there. But unfortunately, Brentford managed to clear in the end. The ball's played back in the centre. There's no one there in the midfield to pick up the next ball. Shane Williams can just play it out to Hutchinson. Hutchinson on to Marlon Romeo. Down this right-hand side to Jed Wallace, who plays it against Rico Henry for a Millwall throw. The linesman on this near side didn't seem to be too clear which way that should go.
I thought that came off Henry.
Yeah, it was the right decision. Marlon Romeo throws it down the right side, and Jean-Pierre just allowing this one to go out. The battle of the 23s there. Bodvarsson against Jean-Pierre. And it's going to be a goal kick, which Raya just plants out to the path of Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard has let it run across him, and it's just run out of play. Decision making this afternoon, Marcus, again in crucial areas. It's just been poor.
Even with the keeper as well. Louis mentioned it earlier in the first half. There's 3 or 4 kicks that's gone straight out. And there's another example of that. So the small details have not been dealt with properly well today.
Some poor clearance here by Cooper, just out of play on the far side, but they won't worry. The Millwall fans behind the goal away to our right will be starting to sense that they have managed to get a very rare away win on the Saturday, first in 19 months. There is Jean-Pierre again, on towards Rico Henry, back to Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre is forced to go all the way back to Raya. He's going to have to clear this one. And he comes down the centre of the park. A lot of space there. Benrahma driving forward. He's got De Silva on his right. He switches over to the left-hand side. Oh, again, the decision-making poor there. The wrong ball, but he's won it back well. And goes for goal himself. And he's lifted that high over Ealing Road. When he had Buemo on the right-hand side. Ollie Watkins down the centre.
Yeah, just a lack of making the right decisions. lost our sort of team play and team ethic.
We've lost our mojo, Louis.
Well, I guess what at this stage of the game, what you're looking at is which one of these players, or 2 or 3 of these players, is going to get hold of this game and lift it.
Yeah, and there's a few players, few fans out there leaving at the moment out of pure frustration. They've seen enough. Up goes Gombarson with Pontus Janssen. It breaks towards to Benrahma. Buemo looking to win it back, but it's held back towards Wilkowski by Williams in the end. Pontus Janssen with a little cushion header to De Silva. De Silva back wide to Dalsgaard. Jean-Bier still getting the boos. Comes back to Raya. Here's Mkocho to Pontus Janssen. Back to Raya. Triangles of passes, and it's floated out towards Rico Henry. It's just frustration all the way around Griffin Park. You're seeing fans a little bit bewildered.
In that phase just there, when the ball's just been knocked around the back 4, no one's on the half turn to try and put themselves in the position of going forward. The ball come and receive the ball square on, so the ball can only go backwards the way you're facing. And I think that just adds to the crowd's frustration.
Pontus Janssen socks down, gets it to Jean-Bier. Little 1-2 with Matthijs Jensen in the centre. And now here's Pontus Janssen once again. Dalsgaard down the right-hand side, looking for Buemo. Buemo charging forward, but the ball has whipped off the surface there a little bit quicker than you would have expected. And Buemo can't get there. Now we're going to see Valencia on the last few minutes. He is coming on to replace Matthijs Jensen, who we've seen a lot of good close control, some good skills, but how would be regretting not taking that chance just 3 minutes in.
There's got to be a time of execution with team performances, individual performances. You know, you can't just live off hype and sort of expectation like that. You have to start.
Yeah. And look at the amount of fans around the ground who are leaving.
It's a sad sight, that.
You don't, well, I don't think we've seen this for years, Louis, at Griffin Park.
No. As Mark said, a bit sad.
Yeah, it is just frustration.
Can't imagine the sort of noises that we'll hear at the end of this game. It's a milestone for Thomas Frank in his 50th game in charge. I'm sure he didn't want this to happen on his 50th game either, but where we are.
De Silva trying to play it out to thread it out to the far side. In goes Dalsgaard with a challenge. Mkocho will mop up. Gets enough of it back to Raya. Raya to Pontus Janssen. Thomas Frank urging his team forward. Time is running out. 81 minutes gone. Jean-Bier on the ball. Goes square to Mkocho. He helps the ball on to Dalsgaard, who will fire this one infield to Benrahma. A little flick on towards Watkins. Back to Benrahma again. Helps it on to Valencia. Valencia, great shot. Comes back to Benrahma. Benrahma to Watkins. Watkins back to Benrahma again. Yet he's back to goal. And Brentford once again looked like they were going to get on the score sheet, and nothing has come of it. Valencia hit the target well. Good contact, couldn't have done much more. It was a good save by the keeper. Here's Millwall up the other end looking to make the game safe, and the ball's played across and Jean-Bier clears it. Ferguson. Thompson goes for goal, and it just dips into the arms of Raya. End-to-end stuff now. But Brentford almost trying to walk it in there, and I guess that's what happens when your confidence is low.
Yeah. Looked like we're trying to play a little 1-2 combination in the 6-yard box when it was extremely tight.
De Silva's whipped the ball through to Watkins. It's at the moment it's Benrahma in the centre. Watkins just a little bit to the right of him, and Buemo out on the right. Valencia on this left-hand side. Now Benrahma's dropped a little bit deeper. Here's Dalsgaard. Gets a ball from Jean-Bier, cuts infield and out to the wing to Buemo, who's got to the ball, and he's round the back, charging forward. Cooper goes in there with a good challenge. It will spin away, and it would have been a Brentford corner had it gone behind, but Cooper's just done well on the stretch there, just gets a foot to it, and it's only out for a throw, which is level with the penalty area on the Bramer Road side. 83 minutes have gone. Throw towards Ben Rama. Good skills from Ben Rama. Little flick to De Silva. Goes for the far corner, and he gets a lifeline for the Bees. Excellent finish from Josh De Silva, second of the season. Placed it past Belkowski, and Brentford are back in it. Someone that's come on and thought, I need to get on and make an impression. He's the only midfielder that is scoring at the club, and that's the second goal, but it was much needed. Can we make this a last-minute dogfight and get back in the game?
Well,
it's all changed now, Louis.
Again there, Mark, that time the ball goes into him, one touch, finish.
Nothing else on his mind.
Yeah, goalkeeper, no chance.
It's Jed Wallace straight from the kick-off. Well, look, they may have made the game safe 3-0 just a couple of minutes ago, but as it is, it's Brentford who've got a goal back almost out of nothing. Here's Ben Rama. Ben Rama looks as if he was being pulled back there. Stuart Atwell's let play go on mysteriously. Here's Marlon Romeo. Whips the ball into the box. Comes off the back of Rico Henry. And a good ball over the top there towards Romeo, who's round the back here. Rico Henry out of position. It's been played back across. It's headed away by Janvier. Rico Henry battling for it, and he's done well. He's played that against Marlon Romeo, and it will be a Brentford throw. There'll be a fair amount of time at the end of the game, you would have thought, after these substitutions as well. So Brentford have possibly got about 10 minutes here to get something out of this game this afternoon. All of a sudden, the atmosphere has changed. Here's Valencia battling for the ball. It's come to Jed Wallace, though. Jed Wallace going across goal. Great shot by Wallace, rising only a yard over the bar. It'll be a Brentford goal kick. All of a sudden, there's a bit of a lift. Don't see anyone leaving now.
No, I'm sure the ones that have left early, maybe regretting it.
Well, the Millwall fans won't throw the ball back here. So I think the fourth official is going to have to roll one onto the pitch, which he has done. So someone's got a souvenir to take home from Griffin Park from the last game here.
Yep, I certainly have.
Raya goes long out to the right-hand side. It's easy for Jake Cooper, just heads it high up in the air. Now it comes down to Watkins, little flick in field to Makocho, but Brentford do win it back in the end. Makocho again through to Ben Rama. Ben Rama, great skills, Ben Rama, but he's got 5 players round him, and Williams did even better to win it back. Murray Wallace, his clearance is blocked. Great skills there from Josh De Silva. The ball nearly came back to Watkins. Watkins battling for it. Brentford do win it back, but then not the best ball by De Silva. It's out for throw on the far side. But you can see that the momentum of the game is now with Brentford.
Yeah, it's making that count now with that momentum.
Throw for Millwall on the far side, deep inside their own half. Bontashanta with a header back into midfield. No one there for the Bees. It's floated across to Marlon Romeo. Takes it down well. Valencia tries to stay with him. Romeo's done well. Nice ball down the right channel, which Janvier will look to deal with. And goes Bradshaw to win it. Janvier's got to play at this one because the ball stayed in field, and he just helps it on towards Rico Henry. Now he's Makocha onto De Silva. Brentford have to build from deep. Ben Rama quickly onto Mbuemo. Now, can he beat Murray Wallace? He cuts in field, and Mbuemo again, and it dips, and he's headed back in the net! Oh, yes, Brian Mbuemo! What a finish there, Brentford! Back in the game here, it's 2-2!
What a crushing finish that was. Cuts in from his right-hand side on that left foot. He's picked up that top corner. I'm not sure if it took a slight deflection, but it definitely went in that top corner. It was 2-2.
Yeah, just what Brentford needed. It may have taken a slight deflection, but again, really positive there, driving forward, looking to finish. And now we've got a grandstand finish that you spoke about, Mark.
Yeah, indeed. The ball just hung in the air there. It definitely took a deflection. It deceived Belkowski. It deceived me. It deceived everybody here this afternoon. Time stood still as it dropped in the back of the net. We saw the netting ripple, and Griffin Park held it, then erupted. Brentford are back in it. Can they go on and get a winner? Romeo down this right-hand side. Here is Janvier. Jed Wallace chips it down the right hand side again to Thompson. Janvier's done well, flicks it infield. There is a De Silva. De Silva floats it down the left hand side. Valencia challenging for that. Comes to Watkins. Now Watkins charging forward. Brentford have got bodies forward there. No, the poor ball from Watkins. From Buemo was there. Ben Rama was there as well, but he got a little bit excited and it was sprayed through on that right hand side. And this game is emulating our first season in the Championship when we drew 2-2 with Millwall here. Do you remember that one, Louis?
Yeah.
When we were down and out at 2-0, got 2 late goals. You remember who got the second one that day? I think it was Mo Sotobajo who got the equaliser. Right. And it's been very much like that. Brentford look down and out.
There's going to be a few people kicking themselves for leaving early, Mark.
Yeah. There were plenty of fans who left early. There were a few hundred who left early this afternoon, but now the Brentford fans who have stayed might be very much rewarded with a late winner.
Substitutes.
Here's Dalsgaard. Now there's some belief.
Just needs Valencia to give us the hat-trick of substitutes coming on the scoring today.
In goes Rico Henry to win the ball back, and he's done well. And here is De Silva. Now Ben Rama. We've got 4 additional minutes. I'm not sure what Ben Rama was trying to do there, play the ball through. But we've got 4 additional minutes at the end of this game. What can Brentford do? Ball's out here for a throw.
Trying to sort out man of the match is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I've actually probably got mine. I have worked mine out, but yeah, I'll leave you two guys to think about it. Here's in the box themselves, and looking for a late winner. Shane Ferguson on the right hand side. Ball's been played wide by Millwall. Both teams going for it at the end here. And that ball's a little bit too heavy. Raya was clattered into there. And there's a yellow card there for Jed Wallace, and Jed Wallace is being pulled away there by Dalsgaard, and they're just trying to calm things down there. It's all spilling over here at the end of the game, but Raya's up now. I tell you, the way I saw it there, I thought Raya was a little bit slow for once coming off. I felt Jed, well, he went in, he slid in. I think the ball was there to be challenged. There was a little bit of a follow-through there. Stuart Atwell has come straight out with a yellow card. There's big Jake Cooper being pulled away from the action as well. Just there's 4 or 5 Brentford players who've stayed upfield. Watkins, Ben Rama, Valencia and Buemo. So come on, let's get back on with the game. We want to try and win this one late. Pretty well all of the Millwall players got involved in that. And Stuart Atwell is going to call a few players over here and deal with this at the end.
It's a bit of a naughty tackle. He's left his feet into the keeper. I guess he's got a right to go for it.
He's got a right to go for it though, surely. What do you think, Louis?
He's not going to make it though.
Yeah,
he's having a word. The referee's having a word with his linesman on this right hand side. He's gone all the way round to add his views on it. Atwell giving himself some time here to think, just saying to David Raya, hold on a second, blows his whistle.
Card in his hand.
He's got a yellow card in his hand. He walks past Pontus Jansson.
He's going to send him off, isn't he?
He's calling. He gives Janvier a yellow. And he also gives Thompson a yellow. And he's having a word with Pontus Jansson, who is of course the Brentford captain, and he's happy that we carry on. So a few more minutes. Kevin O'Connor in the 4th official's ear once more, perhaps just asking how long left. Looks at his watch. There's certainly got to be a good minute added on at the end of the game for that. Ball bouncing in the centre there. It's played all the way back to Raya again from his initial clearance. Wraps his foot around it, does enough. Nice pass back by Makocho to De Silva. Now forward to Ben Rama. Now Brentford are moving forward. Ben Rama just tried to nutmeg Thompson there. Didn't quite come off, but Brentford get a throw. De Silva to Makocho. There's a lot of Millwall players out there on that far side. Brentford got to create some space out here on the left, which they do. De Silva through to Rico Henry. First time ball into the box. Can he break to Mbeumo? Mbeumo plays it back across. Watkins! Wow, what a result this will be! Brentford back from the dead. 2-0 down with 10 minutes left. And Watkins, with his 8th of the season, gives Brentford the points here.
What a mad end to the game. So much drama and excitement, so much disappointment. I think it's across every emotion in the game, from boredom to sadness to now ecstasy at the end of this game.
Well, with 6 minutes to go, I'm not sure we quite saw this ending, Mark. Probably at 2-2 we might have taken the point, but fair play to Brentford, they've pulled it around, and it's that man again, Ollie Watkins.
Well. My heart goes out for those who left with about 10 minutes to go, and there were plenty.
You wanted, as he said.
Look forward to the highlights then.
What a game this is.
Unbelievable.
Looks like we've got a full court press for this last exchange.
And of course the Brentford fans singing 2-0, and you, well, messed it up, basically. Would you believe
this is going back and long?
Yeah. There's no time left here.
Defence have to stand firm in this.
Everyone behind the ball apart from Valencia was challenger for that one. Janvier, Dalsgaard heads it away. Watkins will look to get onto this one. It's helped back towards the edge of the Brentford penalty area. Pontus Jansson is under this, but it's Dalsgaard who heads it high. It's lobbed back into the edge of the box. Jansson again with a header. Makocho clears out this right-hand side. Watkins will try and help this on, and Valencia is now through. Valencia is charging through, and Bremer on the right-hand side holds the ball up, plays it over towards Benrahma. And it's, it looked like De Silva was going to score his second of the game, but Benrahma disappointed the ball wasn't played through to him. There surely can't be any time left. Rico Henry gets a foot in. Now here is Watkins once more. Short ball to De Silva, and then there's another foul there out of sheer frustration.
Just clever play by Ollie Watkins. He knew there was going to be a challenge coming on him.
Yeah.
Just showed a lot of composure.
Marlon Romeo gets a yellow card. Pontus Jansson is down. He's got cramp.
I think that's 9 yellow cards in this game.
Yeah.
Listen to that crowd now.
Imagine if you're walking down the Boston Manor Road at the moment.
Yeah.
And you're thinking,
that's how you turn the crowd.
I left, yes.
That's how you turn the crowd.
And there we were thinking it was going to be a toxic atmosphere at the end today, and it's going to be all cheers as Brentford going forward again. Valencia can't quite get on the end of that one. Just gets a foot on it but can't control it. It's out for a throw. This is time now. We've gone past the 4 minutes plus an added minute. The ball's played forward. It's headed forward. That is the end of the game. And Griffin Park erupts. How football turns around in just a matter of moments. Brentford have come back here from the dead, scored 3 late goals, and pinched this game from Millwall, who thought they were getting their first victory on a Saturday away from home for 19 months. But Brentford had different ideas. Good substitutions by Thomas Franklin worked out today, and there's Ollie Watkins, 8th of the season. He missed a penalty in the first half. No danger that time, just passed it into the back of the net. Millwall on their knees. They've played their part in a thoroughly entertaining game this afternoon. There could have been a lot more goals, but Brentford have got the points, and this is a little bit of a platform. Can Brentford now build on this, Marcus Gay?
Yeah, that was a tremendous end to the game. So much drama and excitement, but there's got to be some lessons learned in this as well. The good thing is they showed that fighting spirit at the end, dug in deep, 3 great goals in the end, 2 top corner ones, and the man on the spot, man of the moment, Ollie Watkins, doing what he does best, getting us the winner.
Well, they say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Well, Brentford has certainly finished an absolute stormer there, Mark. Incredible last 6 or 7 minutes plus the added time. And I'm not sure any of us saw that coming with 6 minutes to go, Mark.
Oh, I did, Louis. The result was never in doubt for me. No, unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. I was prepared for what was going to be a toxic atmosphere at the end and try and deflect that as much as we can. But you know, we have to be honest and report what we're going to see. That's what we were anticipating. Fortunately, that never happened. Bob, the kit man's getting involved with that. He's throwing some of the balls out to the young fans on this near side. That's made their afternoon. And the Brentford players there are just over to New Road. You can see how much this means to them. They've stuck with this game, and there they are celebrating in this interesting third kit. And they're really enjoying this one, and rightly so, Marcus.
Yeah, so some tremendous character and fight back as well. They should be very proud of themselves in that last 10 minutes or so. They didn't give in. The manager, give him his credit as well, has made the right substitutions in terms of adding something extra. A midfielder that has scored, has come on and scored. A winger that has previously scored has come on again and scored. And then he's just set up for that grandstand finish with Ollie Watkins getting his 8th goal of the season.